All right, today's lesson picks up from where we left off on lesson 35. If you weren't in school for lesson 35, you'll be able to catch on with this lesson, I believe. So the objective is I can represent the multiplication of n times a over b as n times a over b using the associative property and visual models. So again, if you weren't here, this phrase n times a over b written as n times a over b it seems complicated, but what that really means is a whole number times a fraction can be represented as that whole number times the numerator over the denominator. So we'll put that into practice today. And I think you'll see that it's very easy to turn our whole number times a fraction into an answer. So in the practice, here's one of the sample problems. To represent 5 times 2/6, there's a variety of ways that you could look at it. First, we'll start with the tape diagram. So if I were to draw a tape diagram to represent 5 times 2/6, first I would draw my box. Then I would separate it into 5 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, and inside each of these would be 2/6. Now this doesn't exactly give me the answer, but this I can then associate it with the repeated addition. 2/6 plus 2/6 plus 2/6 plus 2/6 plus 2/6. Still, I would add 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 to equal 10/6. I could also use my unit form and think of this as 5 groups of 2/6. I know that 5 times 2 is 10, and so that it is 10/6. But you'll have to keep in mind that now we're going to be working to change these improper fractions, 10/6, into the standard form. So you can use a number bond to pull out your whole number, 6/6. You are left with 4/6. And so 10/6 would end up being equal to 1 4/6. Now you'll notice that I skipped the associative property because that is what we're going to be working with the most today. And I have that on a new slide. So again, the associative property looks like this. N times a over b, so that's the whole number times a fraction. It's the same thing as multiplying that whole number times the numerator and putting it over the fraction. So that same problem, 5 times 2/6, I can rewrite that as 5 times 2 and write that over 6. So 5 times 2 equals 10. My new denominator stays the same as 6. And once again, we can do our number bond, pull out the whole 6/6, and I'm left with 4/6. So my final answer would be 1 4/6. So that's the gist of the lesson today. I hope that this video helps you figure out what is best for you in solving the problems. But if you're thinking about the most efficient way, think about how long it took me to draw out my tape diagram right in the 2/6, and then I still had to add all of those up with repeated addition to get my 10/6 and change it into the mixed number. Where with the associative property, it's as simple as multiplying 5 times 2 equals 10, put it over 6, and then turn it into your mixed number.